All right, boys, we are back for episode 2. You guys look amazing as always. I love the new backgrounds, Sterling. George, look at George. George's all set up. George, move your body there. I know you look great, but yeah, I think on the YouTube you got to say some words so we see it. So say, George, talk for a sec so everyone can see your background.
Yeah, so I got the Hall of Famer, one of the greatest shortstops ever, DJ, Derek Jeter jersey, and then I have the Derek Jeter drive up there. I got his little, those weird things when you walk by, they change like movements and stuff like that. They change action shots. You get up there and does that, and the Yankees thing over there. Just not a huge Yankee fan, but my uncle used to write for him, so I got some memorabilia laying around. Thought I'd throw up. And then LaMelo, because ball is life.
Love it. Looks great. Looks great. Sterling, what about you? Give us your
You're a Yankee fan, George. You bet on the Yanks today, and you're a Yankee fan.
Top 8. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. We're on the comeback right. I got the best quarterback in Rams history, Jared Goff, back there. Only reason he's up there is the Detroit covered, and that was one of my bets. I talked about that last week, and you guys were a little unsure, a little shaky about it, but no, they covered.
They almost won the game. They should have won the game.
And they should have. Literally, now we got the record holder now, Justin Tucker, with a 66-yarder. But anyway, Cooper Kupp leading the league and tied for first in receptions, leading the league in yards, and all alone in first place in touchdowns. He's on fire right now with Matthew Stafford. So I had to show some love and get him up there as well. And then I got a little Angels Avenue sign up there. It's not going to be in the screen, but I don't even want them in the screen this year either. It's a train wreck this
Tony
year.
Two Bags.
Yeah,
Tony Two Bags.
Tony.
He's been a real good asset for you guys, hey?
And thanks for the sus start there, Ben. You look great,
Ben. You guys look amazing. What about what?
Ben, I love it. What a good guy.
We had more YouTube views than Spotify listens last week, so people are checking it out. Got to look good.
It's all you, Benny.
Yeah. In my background, we got the Nux jersey, of course, got to represent home country, home city. And then just the classic Johnny Manziel Browns jersey I thought we'd throw up there. I think I'll probably change it out each week, but had to go with Johnny.
Yeah, Brandon Press is next.
I would never waste my money on a Press.
Why not that Bo Horvat jersey you got? I think I've worn that maybe a couple times.
Oh my God. It's been washed, thankfully.
Oh.
Yeah, Jordy, you want to explain?
Oh no, I think we're good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess we should first talk about, we got some live bets going. Like you said, we got the Yankees. Sterling, you said you got the Brewers going right now, right?
Yeah. Boston's up 3-0. I got Boston live bet. Their line, their line went down to more favorable odds when Baltimore was on second base. So I snatched that up real quick. Then I got Atlanta up 3-2 in the 7th, and Milwaukee and up 3-0 in the bottom of the 6th for St. Louis. Really liked Milwaukee today. St. Louis finally clinched last night. They weren't going to go. I don't think they're going to go 17-0. I mean, they've been so nails lately. They'll probably come back and win this now that I said that, but liked Milwaukee a lot today. Worst bet of the day is Barcelona. Don't know why we bet on soccer, but we did, and that was bad.
That's too bad you said that. I was going to say shout out also Sterling. Beautiful soccer pick this morning. Barca, the favorites.
Hey,
I
didn't put it in the chat. You guys were like, "Hey, what's that soccer pick?" I said, "I'm just telling some guy I saw. I didn't have any reason. I was just
hey, we all make bad bets. When we tailed, you've been hot. So
wait, yeah, we do, Ben. Remember you took Toronto last night against me and Jordan?
Hey, we'll get into it. We had some over the weekend where I won. We went the other way.
Yeah,
we'll get into that. That.
We will, bud.
Oh, I can't wait. I also have the Mariners. Jordan, I'm sorry if I jinxed it, but I bet the Mariners tonight just because they're hot. So I wrote them.
If they lose, it's Ben's fault. So
right. My baseball picks have been very mediocre. Other than that, anything else you guys want to shout out here at the start of the show?
Today, Bayern, just a little soccer bit I threw out on the over 3.5. Couldn't even tell you who they played, to be honest with you. I just was talking to my boy, shout out Josh Kagawa Young, whatever. I don't know how to say it, but
we will get Josh on this podcast. That guy is a great soccer bettor and just a guy I have a great, once you're done, I got a great Josh story from this weekend.
Yeah. So. And then like Sterling said, Atlanta money line. minus 145. And then I also took bad take on the day over 8 between the Brewers and Cardinals. I should have known that. Knowing that the Cardinals clinched last night, so they're probably not going to have their full starting lineup that they've been rolling with. Should have done that, but should have. Then other than that, nope, just got Yankees going right now, and I'm screen peeking over here. So if you catch me looking over there or at my phone,
Keep us updated. Keep us
I
updated because I
got
don't
you,
have it on my
so-
phone.
yeah. Other than that,
Two outs, top of the 8th. They're not doing much top of the 8th here.
Still 5s.
Yep.
Gotcha.
yeah,
Shout out Josh. Like you said, we'll get him on the podcast. You guys have to meet Josh. He's the best. But this weekend we went, we had a wedding in town. So we went to Old Town, which are the bars out here in Arizona, for those who don't know. And Josh had sports bets going. I think he had soccer games or something that might have been happening like early in the morning on the other side of the world. Well, he hit some parlay for like $1,600 sitting right there in the club. Looks over at me, he goes, I just won a huge parlay. I'm going to get champagne. Comes back to our big table with a full-on bottle of champagne. He literally went to the bar with his sports betting money that he just won in the club and bought a bottle of champagne. So big baller move there by Josh Young this weekend. So tail the guy. He's got enough money to buy champagne in the Scottsdale. So tail him and win some soccer bets. We'll have to get him on here for sure. Moving on. What a weekend, boys. Another overall profitable weekend, I think, for everyone. All our bets, by the way, on the Action app. We can't tweet out everything like the baseball and soccer plays. Otherwise, we'd flood everyone's Twitter. So follow us on the Action app. Just look us up there. From this weekend, a lot of bets, like big Saturday. Had a lot of fun. What games we want to highlight, boys? I know we had some that we wrote on, some that we were opposite on, some that we each had our different things.
Well, I think we all rode on Charlotte under on Friday night. Friday night was rough, not gonna lie.
It was, but
that was our bad day, and we gotta man up and own those. Saturday and Sunday.
I'd rather have a good Saturday than a bad Friday.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We were going, but Friday night, the under was not even close. Not even in the ballpark.
I think they put up like 81 points or something, and the under was at it was at 57.
Yeah, both of those teams are terrible, and both of those teams are supposedly had somewhat decent defenses and awful offenses, and they just went off chunk play after chunk play.
Final score 42.
And then I also had Liberty Friday night. With a couple. I had a couple of them. I have them in the teaser too, and Malik Willis. Sorry, bud. I don't think you're going top 10 anymore.
No,
that was bad.
Brutal.
This is a whole. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is like a whole. I don't know any quarterback. I don't think this is a strong quarterback draft at all. Like whatsoever.
No. I just like Corral.
So yeah, Matty.
Yeah, we'll see how he does versus Alabama this weekend. But Lane Kiffin's got a mowing up there, down there.
Yeah.
I think we also had the Blue Jays Friday night, didn't we? Who also lost.
You know what? All. I think
we'll move on. I think I did.
I'm not sure.
Well,
I know one thing we did have. We all had. I'm pretty sure it was the over LSU Mississippi State
on Saturday.
Yeah, such a bad beat.
Let's talk about that one. Let's talk about Mike Leach.
Oh, I can't stand him.
This guy is the air raid offense, throws the ball 55, 60 times. I don't think I've ever seen so many check down and swing passes in my entire life. And then he never runs the ball. They're down like 10, 12 points or 13 points or something with like 6 minutes left, and they're running the ball.
Ridiculous.
No, I might have had an aneurysm, Ben. I'm with you, dude. They're down 14, I think, at one point, and it's you gotta get back in the game. You gotta get back. They're running up the middle this is right before halftime. They're running up the middle with no time left, and they don't score. This is unbelievable. I was like, this is how do you trust that coach? So he's just terrible.
Well, I mean,
so this week I'm fading him.
Yeah.
Well, this week I'm fading him.
I mean, LSU, that's a big game for that team to play against LSU. He was 0-7 or 0-8 against UW when he was at Wazoo. Like the coach, he doesn't know how to win big games. It seems like he loses his mind because the coaching was just so different than from anything. And we've seen a lot of Mike Leach, all of us, because he played at Wazoo. And I mean, at least Jordan and I, we're Huskies fans. We got to see him at least once a year, but more than that, growing up in Washington. And, this is a guy that usually is, nuts are on the floor. Like he just goes for it. Right. And so it was just the weirdest thing.
I will say they were moving the ball.
Live interruption.
Go ahead.
What do we got?
Bo Bichette just went yard in the bottom of the 8th inning to take the lead.
Lovely.
6-5.
That's his second one of the game.
Second one of the game. 3 for 3. I want to say 3 for 4. No. That's awesome. Gotta love that.
Bo.
Yeah. Jeez. Sterling, what were you saying there? You're fading them this week.
Hard, but I will say in that game they were moving the ball in the first quarter. They had 2 turnovers in plus territory, and then in the fourth quarter, when they absolutely had to do anything they could to get back, they finally it was like, oh, we have to come back. We're gonna get blown out, and they started moving the ball. But those middle 2 quarters were some of the worst I've ever seen. It was bad.
Biggest overkiller is when you get in the red zone or even just plus territory. I mean, and score nothing. Like if you turn the ball over twice, especially on an over like that's over 50, you're just in huge trouble. So that was a tough one. I know Sterling and I'm not sure, Jordan, if you had this, we had the Army teaser that we liked. They were at -2.5 and under 54. Both of those hit. Sterling, am I wrong? Did you have that as well?
Oh yeah, big time. That was one of our big ones, I think.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We brought it up on the pod as well, and
we liked that one.
I think I just did that straight bet. So yeah, but
hey, whatever
we all did.
We all hit. We might have wrote all on that one. Next one I have is Notre Dame +6, which I got some.
Wait, say that again, Ben.
Wait, who played?
Notre Dame.
Wait, who?
Am I losing my mind here? Notre Dame.
Notre
Dame. Sorry, Notre Dame. Whatever you want. What are we? The king of grammar over here? What?
That was just funny.
Notre Dame. Anyway. I had them at +6. That was -112. They ended up winning against Wisconsin 41-13. I caught a little bit of flack from Mr. Summers for this pick. I'll pass it to you, Sterling. What do you think of Wisconsin's quarterback? First of all,
what did you caught flack? I said I didn't like the line myself, but if I had to take it, I'd take.
I thought it was worse than that, but maybe selective.
Go have a listen, bud. But I did put a teaser in for Wisconsin, so I kind of went against.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Maybe that's what you saw.
Maybe that's what it was then.
It was a game though. It was a game until I think it was in the third quarter or fourth when Notre Dame
kickoff return. They had a kickoff return that sparked it.
Wisconsin was up 13-10 at the start of the fourth. So
that's still covering.
And then Graham Mertz, the best quarterback since Russell Wilson, turned into.
Well, he was bad the whole game. That the completion percentage, everything was bad. He looked terrible.
Oh, he can't move the ball. No, just awful.
That's a great team segue into this week, but that's a great team to be betting against if you got a quarterback that plays like that. I mean, they're not going to win a lot of games if your QB is, looks like Jacoby Brissett. So,
I like him. I like him this week versus Michigan at home.
Yes, we're going opposites again. Let's go.
Yeah, Ben. I do not like Wisconsin this week at all.
Oh, let's go, boys.
What else do you guys got? I got some other ones here, but I'll shoot it over to you. Any other ones in between the next ones? Any big winners?
Notre Dame plays Cincinnati this week. Notre Dame, Cincinnati this week. What do you guys think about that one? That's a big game this week for both schools.
That's a tough one. I've had a hard time betting on that one just because Notre Dame. I still don't know if they're for real.
Who's starting at quarterback for Notre Dame? Notre
Dame.
Who started quarterback? Because I know they had that backup.
He was hurt. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if he's okay or not.
I'm not sure either. But Desmond Ridder, the Cincinnati's quarterback, was preseason. Like everyone thought Heisman finalist, all this and that. But Cincinnati's offense turns the ball over. I think it was at least 2.5 times a game.
Yeah.
And in being whatever conference they are, I don't see them going into Notre Dame with Kyle Williams at safety, who's one of the top 10 picks in the draft this year. He's a ball hawk, and I just don't think that Cincinnati's going to be able to compete with, some of the athletes and the big, strong guys that Notre Dame has up front. So,
and is Notre Dame at home?
It is at home, I believe. Yeah,
and they're not favored, right?
Nope.
I like Notre Dame there.
Yeah,
they're at home and they're the underdog.
I haven't bet it yet, but I like Notre Dame there.
I do want to wait and see who the QB is, but I guess the other QB he played pretty well. So. Other games that I had, I know Jordan, I think you wrote this one with me, was the over in the Oregon game, right? Yep. So we got that one. That was a nice win. Basically exactly what I thought would happen. Oregon put up 41, Arizona put up 19, just enough from each side to get the over at 58.5. And I also had that one singled, but I also had it in a little teaser with Arkansas, that was actually a parlay with Arkansas, who was +5, ended up winning the game. I still can't believe Arkansas was +5 against Texas A&M, who had their backup quarterback. That was an easy one for me. I was tempted to take money line. So that was a great one. That parlay hit at +255. So I was obviously quite happy about that one. George, did you get to watch any of that game? I was at the wedding, I believe, by that point.
No, I didn't get to watch. I didn't get to watch a whole lot of that game.
Why would you? You were watching U of A, who's terrible.
Yeah.
This is more of a defensive game. That game, Arkansas was able to run the ball, but defenses look good on both
Arkansas
sides.
and Texas A&M, yeah.
Arkansas looks really good this year.
They do. Arkansas, I'm impressed.
New coach, new mindset. I think he was an O-line coach or something. I brought like a tough mentality to the program and kind of taken off from there. So yeah, they look tough.
They do.
Highest ranking they've had in a while. So
yeah, no, they do look good. That was a big win. I mean, Texas A&M was a good team without their starting quarterback. Obviously not the same, but they're still a good team. Another one we had. I'll go a little bit out of order. We'll save the.
Go to the writers, bud. Let's do the writers. The one we tweet.
I was
SMU.
I'm pretty sure we all rode this one and lost. Was
SMU, yes.
LA Tech.
Yeah, that's
LA
a
Tech.
good.
That's what I had next.
Yeah, let me go in on that one.
Please do.
Where do I start? Louisiana Tech is up 24-7 at halftime. I think they're up 24-0, like right off the bat.
They went up right away.
And I stopped watching. I was like, oh, it's an easy Rider win here. We tweeted this one as one of our locks. No, didn't so conservative. Run the ball second half. Don't score versus North Texas in the second half. And North Texas sucks. They suck. They're bad. And Louisiana Tech doesn't score in the second half. Just embarrassing. Let North Texas come back. They only ended up winning by 7, I think. But we were riding on a winning day. We ended up going 2-2 because of that one. You guys got anything else for that game?
I will still bet against North Texas. They look terrible.
They're bad.
LA Tech, like they came as advertised. They came out swinging. That offense looked great. They were flying. And then all of a sudden in the second half, they just decided we're just going to chew clock. And they didn't score another point. They did not score in the second half. And they almost lost the game.
I don't think they did. Exactly.
It's terrible.
The only reason they didn't lose is because North Texas is terrible. They're a terrible football team.
Yeah. And they just, offensive coordinators were in the college games this week. A lot of offensive coordinators that we bet on just got so conservative in the second half. And multiple games I've watched, and I'm just like, this is unbelievable. They just let the other team come in, but whatever, win some, you lose some, right?
There were some strange coaching decisions all weekend in sports.
Yeah,
it was very
it's just unreal.
Another one, Sterling, I think it was me and you, the UTSA game against Memphis. Was that me?
That was the best bet of the weekend, right?
That was the best bet of the weekend. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. Best bet of the weekend is UTSA. I think I talked about that on the pod last week too. Memphis coming off a big upset at Mississippi State.
Yes, you did.
They're going to lay an egg, and they didn't at the start. They're up 21-0 to start the game. Memphis is at home. I was like, oh gosh, this game might be over. I knew UTSA has a good defense though, so there was a shot. And they end up winning down in the fourth quarter. They get a fumble in their own. Defense gets a fumble. Defense kind of saved the day here. And they end up winning 31-28, come all the way back from 21-0 down in the first quarter on the road. That was just an unbelievable get.
Good pick, boys.
Yeah, it was I thought it was one of the worst picks of the week. And then it ended up being the best. Yeah. Right. I was like, oh, that's so bad. I look so dumb right now. But another rider pick was SMU.
I love SMU.
They look good.
They do look good.
They look really good. That often Mordecai is just dealing right now.
They're often, they throw it all over the yard. It was just awesome. They were hitting on all cylinders.
They were plus 9.5, right?
Yeah, plus 9.5, and they won by 8, I believe.
Yeah, they won 42-34.
42-34.
Yeah. And then the easiest rider pick of the week by far, Texas Tech at Texas. And that hit 103, I think.
105 points.
105.
And the over was
61?
Set at 61.5.
I
can't believe that's the easiest.
Nice third quarter
bet.
hit.
Oh, yeah. I might have hit it. I think it hit at halftime. It was ridiculous. No, I think they were like 5 points or 6 points away at halftime. It's like those two teams.
We might have needed one touchdown.
Yeah. So that was easy money right there.
But yeah, Riders on Saturday went. Riders went 2-2. Unfortunately, because of Louisiana Tech, and we already mentioned that as to why 0 points second half. Just very unfortunate there. But I mean,
the other rider though, this is yours. The other rider was another big one. This is a game I didn't get to watch, but I was able to update myself with the scores at the wedding. Kind of a back and forth affair. I'll let you guys talk about this because this is your boys. You broke your rule. We bet UCLA and they delivered.
Oh yeah, that was my mortgage pick. Yeah. I love
yeah.
that game. Just the matchup. Try not to bet on my teams, but the matchup was just too good to resist there. I know Stanford can't stop the run. That's what UCLA wants to do. They have two really good backs, veteran offensive line. Stanford gave up 247 on the ground to Vandy the week before, and Vandy's the worst SEC team. So I just loved the matchup through and through. UCLA got up 14-0 and then let Stanford creep in, gave me some jitters, but no, they were able to run the ball in the fourth quarter, just like I thought, and put the game away. Actually, Dorian Thompson-Robinson made some big throws down the stretch, hit a seam route to Kyle Phillips, which is an absolute dot that kind of put the game away. But no, ended up winning by 11. Honestly thought they'd win by more, but it didn't feel that close. They let them stick around, but the better team, you could tell, was UCLA the whole time.
No doubt.
Yeah, so didn't have to sweat that much didn't have to sweat that one too much. It even felt better that Dave and
I was
Big
just
Cat
about to say you had a little tweet at Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, I got a little fired up that night, and I don't like what he was saying on his pod. I know UCLA better than UCLA knows UCLA. No, you don't, bud. Sorry.
What was the quote? No, you don't, bud. You bet on emotion. Is that what the tweet was?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
You got too cocky. I mean, how do you look at the matchup? And Stanford had two of their secondary guys out. Sorry, bud.
Bets on immersion.
So I love that bet. That was my lock of the week, and luckily it hit.
It's a great hit.
Should have put it in a Riders. I think we all had it too.
We did.
I
think it was not one of our Rider picks. I think it was.
No, we didn't add it on the. I don't know why. We should have.
All right,
it was just
we went 6-4 this weekend then.
Yeah.
On the Riders.
Late ad.
Updated score. I don't know if we wrote on this one that I have next. I think Jordan and I did the ASU Colorado game.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys both had ASU. I stayed away, but
they were minus 14.5, and they smacked Colorado. Colorado's not very good, 35-13, so no sweat on that.
No.
Last game of the night, we rode on, but we rode in opposite directions. I guess actually before we get to that one, do you guys have any other ones you wanted to wrap up? Any ones that I missed?
One more bad beat for me.
Yeah.
I bet the over in Louisville and at FSU, and they're up 31-13 at halftime. In the over, I might have live betted at 65, so I need 2 more touchdowns just to push. Actually, not yet, but first play of the second half is a 75-yard touchdown. I stopped watching. Needed 2 touchdowns to push. Louisville ends up scoring 0 in the second half. Second team to do that to me this weekend. And then even Florida State scores 3 after that. So there was 14 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. So basically a whole nother half and 3 more points were scored. So that's why I said earlier, offensive coordinators were really, really not doing it for me this weekend in the college football realm.
There you go. Jordan, anything else?
No, I just hit a 3-team parlay. It was the over, obviously Arizona, Oregon. You could probably, that's one of the safer ones of the weekend to put. ASU minus 14 against Colorado, a struggling Colorado team, and then SMU, who me and Sterling, I don't know about, I forget if you did that, Ben, but SMU plus 9.5 against TCU. So that was a nice little 3-teamer I hit.
Oh boy,
and,
that's a nice win.
That was pretty much sums up the weekend.
Last game. This is one I didn't get to watch either because I was at the wedding, and I was just getting chirped through text by both of you. Again, for betting against my team, first of all, and then also just for betting against my team, really. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to watch one of my good friends from high school. She's getting married. I'm trying to enjoy. I'm having some nice whiskey, enjoying the time, and I'm just getting blown up on text. Go Dogs! Oh yeah, Ben, you're garbage. Your pick sucks. I'm getting lit up and
off the liquor.
Little do we know, I check and it's all of a sudden it's going overtime, and then basically these two had Washington at 7.5, the favorite, and I had Cal plus 7.5. Washington ends up winning by 7 in overtime, meaning I win by 0.50 points. Probably my favorite win of the year.
Oh yeah, favorite win of the year. Yeah, nice, bud. Yeah, that's not the point of the whole bet. First off, you won by a half a point. Well, what
Hey,
did do?
win's a win.
Yeah, whatever. It's not about that. It's about the principle. Sorry. But for those who don't know, Ben's parents named their own cat Husky because they're big Husky
My mom
fans.
went to UW.
So we were not too pleased with Ben. I don't know. It's a principle bet.
Yeah.
Hey,
Wait,
like-
what was your Wi-Fi password? It was like Husky fans or I
Husky
love
yeah,
it.
fans.
Husky fans
Husky
101 or
fans.
something.
Look,
Hey,
it's one
Yeah, I
thing.
love it.
It's one thing not to bet your team. It's another thing to bet against your team.
that's a smart better. You know when your team's bad. Like you said about Portnoy. Like you said, you can't bet on emotion. You can't bet on the team riding. I want my team to win. You got to bet the smart play. And the smart play was Cal, who covered by 0.5 a point. That's a big win. I felt great at the wedding. Boosted the
Okay,
morale.
Husky fan. I'm gonna text your parents and tell them to change your Wi-Fi password.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's like
Oh, Benjamin.
Bo eats food now or something. I don't know. Jack eats food. I don't know. It got changed a while ago. Anyway, I think that wraps up Saturday. We'll run through Sunday real quick here, just because we've more things to focus on. But I think we had decent Sundays. NFL, I haven't been super hot. I've won money, but my record hasn't been great.
Yeah, not great. Not an NFL. Not a great NFL start for the year.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City kind of screwed us. I had them in a couple things, and then the Seahawks are just. I mean, that's just brutal. That was our mortal lock. I think Jordan and mine. Now we know. I mean, that team is not a team that I really want to bet on. Although they're already tempting me to bet on them against San Fran this weekend because they always seem to play up when they play San Fran. But
What are you
Seattle
guys talking
is
about?
not
I had a
good.
great day at NFL.
Yeah,
I still was up money. I won money over after the weekend, but my record wasn't great just due to the parlay thing. But also Las Vegas totally blew it against Miami. They just did. I mean, they won the game, but Brissett threw, I think, 49 times again for 200 and something yards. Yet that they made a little bit of a comeback. But everything I said about Brissett was correct. He's just the most inefficient passer in the entire NFL. That the Vegas though, I mean, they're still 3-0 or right 3-0 now, so good for them. Got my New Orleans money line. That's why I won money. I put almost a unit on New Orleans money line, I think, because they were the underdogs and they handed it to Bill and the Pats. Had the Colts covering, and then had Green Bay. I think we all had Green Bay, didn't we? I think that we rode on Sunday night.
Yep.
So that was a big one. And then tailing off on Monday, I think we all rode on Dallas -3, and that was an easy one too.
That was a rider.
Yeah. So riders on Sun, our rider picks.
Winning
were
record
good.
now this year for rider picks, by the way.
Yeah, which should actually be one more above because we didn't count the UCLA one. So
I don't know. That was bad on our part.
that's all right. What about you? Any other notes you guys want to touch on this weekend? Any bad beats? Any good wins?
Yeah, my favorite one was Detroit.
That was just a great game to watch.
Yeah, that was my
fun to
favorite
watch.
one. I just whenever you hit Detroit, it's never a good feeling. So to win that one felt good. My favorite bet of the weekend was Cleveland. I actually bet it twice after the pod. I did first half Cleveland as well. That one barely hit, but the final was easy. And Fields was rusty as I predicted. So that one
rusty. He was bad. The
Yeah,
whole offense threw for under like 80 yards or generated under like 80 yards.
Rookie first start on the roads, just never a good recipe for success. So that was a good one. I had a good day at NFL, and then our rider hit Sunday night and Monday night. So it was a good weekend for NFL.
We're hot on primetime games. We've done pretty well betting primetime games so far.
Yeah. We hit Thursday night last week as well.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So
Everything except the player props. We didn't hit the player props.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm so bad at.
I can't do it. Although I'm gonna do it again this week, and I'll explain that in a bit. I am gonna do it.
This week I had one player prop. It was Tony Pollard over 34.5 rushing yards. Hit that one by almost 25. So
that one was easy.
Other than that, player props are brutal.
Yeah,
we were giving it to Zeke last week on the pod. We at least got a shout out. He looked like a beast. He looked like an absolute animal.
I got shut up hard there.
Yeah, he looked great. I think he ran for over 100 yards, caught a couple more, 2 touchdowns. Probably should have had a third. Man,
And
if
I
they can get
bet
that 1-2 punch.
his under too was
Was it
66.
60? Yeah.
And I hit the under and I just no more.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zeke.
Yeah, he
And,
looked real good.
Cowboys look good.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I said last week they're going to be a good team to bet this year because I don't think Vegas favors them a whole lot. That offense can go, and that defense with the old Seahawks coordinator, they look improved.
There now.
They look improved.
Yeah, they're a lot tougher. Micah Parsons is a freak.
He's a beast. Yeah, they got some decent players.
They draft him as a Mike, and he plays down on the line. He does everything for him.
He's in the backfield every play.
If you can,
you know who impressed me the most was Trayvon Diggs, the corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
That guy.
They've got some pieces.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they look good.
Dallas looks pretty stinking good this year.
You know who else looks good all of a sudden again is Green Bay. Green Bay looks like they're back. Aaron looks incredible. Yeah, they look good.
What he said after that week 1 loss, that it was an anomaly. I mean, there was no way Aaron Rodgers was going to come out and get blown out the next week and then the week after. I think he's got all the weapons around him. He utilizes his running backs. Aaron Jones catches. I mean, he's such a good pass catching back, and Devontae Adams is money when it's thrown to his way. You just knew he was going to go to him down the stretch with 37 seconds left. Too much time for Aaron Rodgers, especially. And
absolutely,
Packers
couple great drives at the end of the game between Baltimore and Aaron Rodgers. The not a lot of time left, and then getting down in the field position and scoring when you need. A lot of great kicks to win the game this weekend too. One last note I wanted to make on the Cowboys game was, I don't know if I think we talked about this in the chat, is there was like 45 seconds and they had 2 timeouts left before halftime and they kneeled the ball, or they didn't call a timeout. Do you guys know what I'm talking about here before half? Where McCarthy refused?
Oh, McCarthy. That's just now you know why Aaron Rodgers was so upset with him. Like he's not good. There's no way. Jerry Jones they had
the opportunity
to
call a timeouts and get the ball back. I think they could have had a minute or so. And I mean, you got a heck of an offense going. Kellen Moore's calling a great offense right now. They look great. And I mean, it didn't end up hurting them, but it's one of those, you just look back and it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, we got to be more aggressive. You got to be more aggressive than that. And they're lucky the Eagles look like a dumpster fire and Jalen Hurts looks terrible. So also the Eagles handed the ball to the running backs, like, I think 3 times the whole game. I don't know what's going on in Philadelphia with the offensive play calling, but you can't be doing that with a, basically a rookie quarterback playing. You can't hand the ball off 3 times the entire game. It's just brutal. Any other notes from Sunday or Monday night, boys?
All good.
All good. Right. So that wraps up our weekend. We're going to go into a new segment here called, this is actually Jordan's idea. This is called My GOAT. So this week, the topic was college. Jordan, you want to run us through kind of the categories here and what you came up with here?
Yeah, so I think it's cool kind of just, I mean, we all got different brains and we're all brought up in different atmospheres for watching college sports. And at that time when it was, obviously it's different from what it was, in the 70s, 80s to what it is now. My GOAT is just like your favorite. So for this week, college football edition, we'll go your favorite player or Heisman, either or, your favorite game you remember watching, or best game, favorite head coach, the best atmosphere you think in college football, and then any other football moment you could think of that's just what you can remember most or what you think is top in your memory. So, yeah, we can start off there. Let's go with Benjamin. You start us off. Who's your favorite player, Heisman winner growing up?
Favorite player and Heisman winner had to be Johnny Manziel. That guy was so fun to watch. Just a blast. I mean, I still think the most electric college player of all time. That guy could do things that I've never seen anyone else do on a football field. Got the jersey. Just a fantastic player. My other second option I had to shout out. He'd never won the Heisman. But also, being a Huskies fan was Jake Locker. He was a lot of fun to watch at UW. Yeah. Now lives back kind of near our hometown. So those are my 2 super fun guys to watch growing up. Favorite game. I still remember, I was a little kid and I still remember this game was the Fiesta Bowl with Boise State in Oklahoma. Yep. Adrian Peterson was playing against them in that game and they were down. Kellen Moore
is a quarterback.
No, actually it wasn't. It was before. I think it was before. It was Zabransky year. It was Zabransky, the guy who played in the CFL.
That guy that was on the cover of NCAA football.
Yes, he was. Yep. Yeah, that was my favorite game. Then they scored and ended up, they ran the hook and ladder to tie it up and then went for 2. And did the Statue of Liberty play to win it, and the running back proposed to his girlfriend when he scored. It was just unbelievable game.
Ian Johnson, number 41.
Yes.
I'll remember it forever.
One of the best, probably the best football game I've ever watched.
I remember watching that
incredible.
game too. That was
Incredible game, one you never forget. Atmosphere, this is a tough one to choose because I've never been to a game in the South. So I don't have a personal atmosphere that I've been in. I've only been to college games at UW. I think Kyle Field at Texas A&M looks pretty awesome, especially with the pregame stuff they do there. Looks pretty cool. I mean, the big house in Michigan looks pretty cool. Although Southern, I mean, Michigan's not super Southern, I guess, but at all. But a lot of the Southern schools seem to have some pretty electric places. Favorite coach got to be Chris Peterson. He was actually the coach of that Boise State team at the time when they won that game. Ended up coming to UW. I think the best years UW's had in a long time were under him. He led them to a bowl game against Alabama, a chance to fight for the national championship. They lost, obviously, but I mean, when's the next time UW's going to play Alabama? So Chris Peterson's got to be the coach. And best football memories. We used to go from when I was living in Vancouver up in Canada. Every year we go to Huskies game and tailgate during the Jake Locker years. So that was a blast. That's my best football memory growing up. We'd go every year with a bunch of people, probably 30 people at tailgate. So that was fun. And then also I went with Bryce, and I think I went with you, Sterling, once too, on some recruiting when you guys were getting recruited or you had the opportunity to go to games, and those were always a blast, get fed and treated like royalty. So a lot of good times at UW.
Bert, those are good, man. I like the Chris Peterson one, obviously growing up here, watching the Dogs in that era. And then, like you said, he was at Boise State when that played. He's always known for his trickery, and
he's always been so creative.
So creative.
Yeah, just great coaching mind.
No, good. Those are good picks, Benjamin. I like them.
Thanks. Sterling, what do you got? How many UCLA picks do we got?
Just 2. Come on.
Favorite player, Josh Rosen?
No, actually, because I knew I'd like Manziel, and I bought his jersey too, so that was gonna be mine. But I just knew you were gonna choose that, so I just went for my second. And the only other guy I can ever remember having to look at his schedule, what time did this guy play every Saturday, and I'd go watch, was pretty recent too, is Lamar Jackson. That was the only other guy I could think of where if it's not a UCLA, I'd look at the schedule and find what time he plays so I can go watch. He was that electric, and I know it's recent. It's not like favorite ever. I could go down the list, but yeah, I mean, I loved watching him, and I don't really like watching him in the NFL. It's kind of weird. Same with Manziel. Favorite game is weird. Like him in college.
Isn't he in the
NFL.
Is he still playing in that fan-controlled league or whatever that is?
No, he's
the Zaps?
He's drinking in Old Town.
Oh, that's the life.
Yeah, he's done with football, I think, officially. Shout out Johnny though, great career. I will see him at some point in Old Town. I will get a picture.
Great career, yeah.
Great career.
That was sarcasm. Guy couldn't make it in the CFL.
Guy Zaps. Favorite game. Bob. Favorite game is UCLA versus Texas A&M, the Rosen game comeback. If anyone remembers that, Texas A&M was up big. I think it was the first game of the year. And it was one of the best comebacks ever. Gus Johnson was on the call. Never forget that. That guy's always on the craziest games.
Always on the best games.
But that was just an amazing game. I remember watching that at my old house down here. That was crazy. Head coach, don't have a really favorite head coach. The only one I think of right now is Chip Kelly, because he's our coach right now, UCLA. And I actually really liked watching his Oregon teams. Their offense was just so ahead of the curve when he was there and had it going. So he's probably my favorite head coach there. And best atmosphere is a tough one. I haven't been to many atmospheres in college.
Or what about traditionally, like the big house and the horseshoe and all that stuff.
Oh, I think Clemson's is the coolest, how they come down the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's so cool to me. So yeah, probably that. Yeah, that's probably it for me. I like Clemson coming down the hill. And yeah, what about you, Jordan?
We lose Jordan. I don't know if he could hear us. While we get him back. There's Jordan.
There he goes.
You're back. What is the who sings Mr. Brightside? Is that Michigan? That's a heck of a moment when they do that too.
Yeah, I think it was Michigan.
Yeah, when they do that. I mean, anytime a couple teams do that where they have songs and they shut it off and the crowd sings, and that always gives me like, a little bit of goosebumps when you see like a whole state, especially after COVID, seeing stadiums of like 60 or 70,000 packed and all singing the same song. Pretty cool to see. So any type of atmosphere that does that is pretty cool.
Yeah. Wisconsin,
George.
Jump around? Is that them?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great one as well. Take it away, George.
So let's go. My favorite Heisman player is we'll go two guys here. One technically doesn't count no more. They vacated his. Shout out Reggie Bush. I think one of the most electric college football players of all time. I mean, he took back kicks, punts, running back. He could catch the ball. He did everything, and he can make every man miss. And he had a short NFL career. Don't get me wrong. He was so great in those few years he played with the Saints and a couple other franchises. But watching Reggie Bush, it was a human highlight reel. I think without question, you guys can agree with that. And then I want to say it was 2011 or 12 was Cam Newton. He had with Auburn after he got kicked out of Florida, and then that JUCO came back to Auburn and lit it up across the country. I think it was really cool to see Cam because he was so damn big. He could throw, he could pass, he did everything, and he would truck guys too. And he kind of made it fun to watch, quarterback do that. Some like new style, I guess you could say, for him in that way. Favorite game, I would say that one of the probably best football games of all time, 06 Rose Bowl, USC in Texas with Vince Young, Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush again. I think I remember watching that, and a lot of people to this day. I think Colt McCoy, or no, sorry, I already said
Vince Young.
My bad.
Oh yeah.
And then head coach, I want to say this is debatable because he's a controversial guy. I want to say Sark at the time.
I knew when you said I knew it was going to be Sark.
That's your favorite head coach?
I love it because first time. Well, I mean, I thought it was sweet at the time. Like we started winning, and then he was hammered in the locker room. That's awesome.
I love that he was drunk in the locker room.
Guy.
Yeah, that's who you want.
I mean, I think that's sweet. That's who I want. My
Didn't
coach
he
is
show
hammered,
up to like
in
a
the locker room. I'll take that.
Booster meeting hammered or something? That's why he had to go on leave. Like he was clearly like visibly drunk while trying to talk. Like shout out
Probably that's
Steve
awesome.
Sarkisian,
That's
Jim
sweet.
Leahy. Jesus.
That's awesome. Now look at him, head coach Texas.
He's with
He
the
has done
grain.
well.
He's with the grain.
Best atmosphere. I have to say Beaver Stadium, Penn State. The whiteout.
Oh yeah.
And then when James Franklin brings him out on the field, and I think they've sold out for God knows how many years in a row. But last week I remember hearing it was or when they played, or last week when they played, it was like 104,000 strong. It's just I think that's unbeatable, like a crowd like that. And then football moment, the kick six, Auburn versus Alabama. I think that'll go down in history. Obviously, time expired to beat Alabama. That's always cool when Alabama loses.
Oh, we lost George's audio again. George's talking. I don't know if anyone can see the YouTube, but George's talking right now, and no one can see him. He's still going.
He's probably still mowing out there.
He's probably still going. He has no idea. We can't. Oh, there he is.
Oh shit! Did it glitch out?
Yeah.
Say what you just said again.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I would watch this on Saturday mornings before our games were running, and I would just try to be like him or whatever. He put 600 total yards. And I think we look a lot like so. I'd say that those are my greatest of all time moments in college football that I can remember.
All right, love it, Jordan. That's a good. I like this. I like that category. We'll move that around through different sports as the weeks go on. But I like that. Boys, should we get to the part where we give our? This is the most important part. The picks, the upcoming week picks.
Let's shoot.
Let's do it. A lot of action coming up this week, boys. We stay busy. Just so everyone knows, we're recording this on a Wednesday. We had to do it a day early just because I'm going to be on a flight tomorrow at this time. So if lines move, sorry. I mean, there's not really much we can do. And also there will be more bets added. We'll post the entire cards before Saturday, just because I know I'm going to add more, but this is what we have right now. Sterling, do you want to lead us off?
Yep. We'll start 9 a.m. games.
I will be awake for those this time.
I do actually, I don't have any for Friday night. Are we sending this out on Friday?
Yes, we'll be out at Friday at noon. Yep.
Okay, so tonight for you guys, I will have some on the action app. So please, if you want to see the Friday picks, go there. I just can't make up my mind for Iowa Maryland game, but I do have some for the 9 a.m. slate on Saturday already. And let's start with it. All right. First one is Texas. Got it at 4. I think it started at 1.5. They're only favored by. Now it's up to 5.
We're riding. I got them at 4.5.
And we're going on this one. So yeah, Texas, they looked really good last week versus Texas Tech, and their offense has just been mowing all year. Really like what Sark's doing there. And TCU, to be honest, we watched that game, or I don't know if you did, Ben,
Yeah,
but
100%.
we watched that game last week versus TCU. Is supposed to have a great defense every year. Their coach is known for his defense, and SMU just absolutely lit them up. And I think Texas does the same thing here. In-state again, I see a lot of points in this game. Might take the over as well. Just judging on Texas and TCU's, past, and we're staying in Texas for this game again. Always like the points there. Although TCU has had a good record versus Texas if you look back in the last 10 years. Next game is going to be Arkansas and Georgia. I like the under at 48.5. One thing about Arkansas's defense is way improved from last year. Looks really good, and they get off to strong starts. Really like that. If they can get Georgia's offense, out of sync early, I see this being really low scored. And then on the other side, Georgia's defense is just unreal this year, giving up 5.8 points a game. Unreal. I don't see this going over 50.
Question for you. How is Georgia's offense? I've debated on this one. Is Georgia's offense, can they score 40 themselves, or are we not thinking so?
Well, they scored 62 versus Vandy, who's the worst team in the
terrible,
SEC.
Yeah.
But their offense hasn't looked impressive.
Okay.
If you watch, it's very, dialed down. It's not that creative. They're more of a ground run the ball, play defense. From what I've seen so far, I don't think they rate high in anything as well. So next, I'll go with a teaser. One of these is in the 9 o'clock slate. One of them's at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. So I'll take Arkansas with that game. I like the under in that game, but I'll take Arkansas in a teaser, bring them up to 24.5. Love that. I think it's staying low scoring. They'll cover 24.5. I like them at 18.5 too, just to cover. But just in case, Georgia has one of those days where they're just going off, I tease this with Ole Miss, excuse me. I was going to say Mississippi State with Ole Miss. That moves them up to 20.5. So Arkansas 24.5, Ole Miss plus 20.5 at Bama. I just think Lane Kiffin and Matt Corral they got it going. I don't see it being a blowout. Bama's defense is not as good as they're getting credit for on the betting lines, at least. I see this game not being a blowout at Bama. It wasn't a blowout last year, won't be this year. Kiffin and Corral keep it close. Couple more here. Boise State, and I think we're riding on this one, are we, boys?
Oh, absolutely. Boise State,
Yep.
baby. Homecoming week.
Homecoming game. We got the blue turf. Boise State runs the Mountain West. Also, Nevada's best receiver is out. Guy has 4 touchdowns. He's out this week. So something to watch for there. Boise State minus 6.5. Two-way teaser, just based on last week. I watched both of their games. Syracuse is playing at Florida State. I like a teaser here as well. Got like 3 of them for Saturday. So freaking teaser king over here. Under 58, Syracuse plus 10.5. Florida State's only good quality on defense is that they stop the run, and that's what Syracuse wants to do. But I don't think Florida State, I don't think they're good. So I think that's the one good part about their team. I don't think they're good. I don't think they're going to blow them out. So tease there, keep it close, low scoring. And then I'm riding on Louisiana Tech again, sadly, boys. Hate this pick.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you here, though.
Absolutely hate it because of what last week, how pissed off they made me. But we're going with them again, over 48.5. I like the points getting up there because they can still move the ball. And almost 26 here with the tees as well, 25.5 with the tees. NC State, this is a letdown spot. I love these spots when they're coming off big wins. They go back home. NC State does, coming off a big win, probably partying all night. I like them to have a letdown spot here, have a close game. Defense going to be slow. So like the over as well. And then finally, I'll stop after this one. This is just a principal bet. Principal bet here based off last week. Watch Leach coach. I don't like Mike Leach at all. I'm going to go Jimbo at home, and I'm going to eat the points -7. No teas, no nothing here. Just eating the -7.
I'm going to add that to my card.
I don't like Texas A&M's quarterback. I think at the home field advantage just puts them over here, and I like a 21-10 game here. Probably will take the under as well.
Perfect.
That's it for my college picks.
Perfect. I'm sure there will be more. We still have 2 days pretty much to get bets in.
Just for tonight. I'll have many more.
Check the cards. Follow us on the Action app. We will tweet them. We definitely will tweet our full college cards. Probably sometime Friday. Before the game start Friday night. I got some similar picks as you guys heard. I do have some Friday night action. I do have Iowa -3. I think that's a good spot for them. I think they cover this game. It's just one of those value bets where a decent team, Iowa's a pretty good team. Only at -3, I think you just have to take them. I also teased that. So I did do a teaser with them and BYU. I have Iowa +3 and BYU -2.5 in that teaser. I really like that. Like I said, I think Iowa wins pretty handily. I think BYU smokes. I don't even know. It's Utah State, I think. USU, is that Utah State?
Did I say the wrong team again?
Who are you talking about?
No,
you didn't. No, you didn't.
Okay.
No, that's BYU.
I thought I did.
BYU. No.
Okay,
No, you said it right. You said it right. The receiver.
So we're riding.
We are riding.
Okay.
Boise State.
Great.
But yeah, BYU -2.5. Utah State teased with Iowa +3. That teaser is at -10. I like that a lot. Like I said, I also have BYU just straight up. They're -8.5 on the line. BYU is 6-1 against the spread versus Mountain West teams, which Utah State is. I think BYU is a really good team. They beat a pretty decent ASU team. I see them winning pretty handily. I think it's probably a 14+ point win. I think, Sterling, you said this one, Texas at 4.5, -4.5. I think we both had that one.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. I that offense just put up 70.
We might be riding there too. Jordan, you got Texas?
Not on here yet, but
okay.
I'm sure I'll probably add it to
maybe.
Card,
it might be a rider. We'll see.
Yeah.
Check the Twitter.
Yeah, like they put up 70 last week. That offense is incredible. They are absolutely moving. Texas might be back. They might be Texas again. TCU was unimpressive last week. Defense, like you said, is overrated. I think Texas smokes them. I think it's a game that I could look at the over as well. Pretty good offenses both ways. So we'll definitely take a peek at that over. That might be on the card. This is one that Sterling didn't have, and I think he might said you might debate going against me here, was Michigan at Wisconsin. Michigan's +104. This is just a value play. It's another team on the money line that's an underdog. They're a ranked team. Wisconsin's 1-2. Yeah, they've lost to some good teams. They're still 1-2. This is good. This is a great game for Michigan to prove if they're real or not. We'll see if Harbaugh can, coach, like actually coach a contender. This is a big game, a big spot. I like Michigan. I think they are for real. This will prove it. Wisconsin, Graham, he's looked terrible last week. He hasn't looked great all year against strong teams. I really like Michigan here, even though it's at Wisconsin. It's going to be an electric game. I'm excited to watch that one.
I will be riding against you there.
That's all right. You really sure you want to bet on your guy, Graham?
Graham's really going back home. He's going back home. He had a wake-up call last week, and he's going back home and having a good game.
All right. Well, I got Michigan on the money line at +104. Next teaser I have, I'm going back on Cal again, just because they did me nice last week. As a two-way teaser, we got Cal at +1.5. They're playing Washington State. Washington State has looked terrible this year. Keep losing bad games. So I have Cal. All they need to do is lose the game by 1.5. I think they smoke them. And then I have Texas at +3 in that teaser. That is probably one of my favorite teasers. I think Cal smokes Wazoo, or at least wins by a touchdown. And I think Texas is going to beat TCU easily. That is at -110. So if you have a chance to tease that, well, the odds are still that way, I would get on that. Another game I like, I have Oregon at -7.5 for Stanford. I think Oregon is a hugely superior team to Stanford. This is a game that I think Oregon probably puts up 40 again. I think Stanford maybe scores 17. I think they smoke them. Surprised it's only at -7.5. Same thing, riding Boise State -6.5 at home. Homecoming week, it is going to be rowdy there. They're going to defend the blue turf this time. They didn't last time. I think they're going to be upset about that. I think they're going to come out and defend.
Our boy
that turf.
Rubes will be there in the crowd.
Rubes will be there, so
Rubes
Rubes going to be
Shout out
wasted.
Rubes.
Shout out Rubes.
Shout out Rubes.
I hope you're shit faced at this game and just go nuts. And let's. I think Rubes. We got him on the app. Thank you to Rubes. Shout out Rubes. He's on the app following us. I think he bet Boise State too. So we got a rider. We got us riding plus our boy Rubes, who's a Boise State alumni. So excited for that one. That's going to be a great one. That'll be one of our tweets for rider. I also have the teaser with Oregon at -0.5 against Stanford. And I tease that with Syracuse +12.5 against Florida State. Like Sterling said, same reasoning. I don't even know if Florida State wins this game. Florida State hasn't won a game this year. They've played some decent competition, but I think Syracuse keeps it close, even though they haven't looked great. 12.5 teased with Oregon at -0.5. I like that one a lot. And then I also teased LA Tech, even though, like Sterling said, they let us down last week. I have the over teaser with over 42.5, as well as LA Tech +31.5. I think they keep it closer than that. I don't think NC State's that good.
Ben, how did you get 32?
For what?
Or what's your tease there? The number you got, 42?
40 over 42.5.
That's like 12-point tease. It's the over's 54 and they're +20.5.
I got it super early. I got this like on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Amen there, brother.
This is one of the earliest one. I think this was the first bet I made. It's the earliest one. Yeah, so I got them at over 42.5, and then LA Tech covering it +31.5. So I like those a lot. I got it way early. Yeah, I jumped on that one
you're
early.
on top of it.
Yeah, I was all over it this week.
You're like a young Denzel.
No, that's Jordan. I got Auburn +3.5 at LSU. LSU has not looked great this year. I like Auburn in this spot. Bo Nix, he's going to be up and down. We'll see what happens, but.
Bo, you just like it because it's Bo. You just like Bo.
Did you take Auburn again?
Yeah, +3.5. They covered
Oh
for me
my
last time I
gosh.
took them. They covered for me last
Bo
time.
knows. It's Bo, dude. He has to.
No, they didn't cover at Penn State.
Did they not? Was I wrong on that? I thought they did.
No, Bo does not know. Wait.
Well,
Where's this game at though?
oh, it's at LSU.
Well,
I'm not worried. +3.5. Auburn. Bo Nix going to throw for 4 touchdowns.
Ben,
Four cuts.
you can clap back at us. You had a better college football week than all of us.
I wait till the results. Yeah,
We'll you had a better week last week. You could.
I did.
I don't know why we're chirping at you.
Hey, that's okay. Like I said, I wait for the results. And honestly, Auburn, Bo Nix, it's a toss up. So we'll see. Last college one I have is Fresno -10 at Hawaii. I think Hawaii is one of the worst teams in college football year by year.
Love that pick.
Fresno's been pretty good. I think they probably blow them up by 30.
Love that pick.
Hey, thanks, Bert. Jordan,
anything
different than us?
It's a great pick.
Oh, great pick. Thank you.
To be honest with you, it's mostly the same. I have a 3-way teaser -110. Iowa +2.5 against Maryland. Michigan +7.5 against Wisconsin. Texas +1. It's at -110 there. Under 48.5, Arkansas, Georgia. Like you guys said, I think that's something to look forward to. Georgia's defense, you can't say how outstanding they are up front too. They have a couple studs who are going to go first round, no doubt. And then I have another 3-way teaser at -110 as well. And it is the over of Baylor and Oklahoma State at 43.5. UCLA +2.5 against ASU, and then Fresno State -4.5 against Hawaii, who, like you said too, Ben, one of the worst teams you probably watched. So I think those are a couple of teasers that I'm liking so far. And I don't really have a lot of straight bets going on yet. You'll have to keep checking the Action app. I'll be switching some things up or putting some things in, before Saturday morning before we lock in tomorrow. So that is all I got right now. Other than that, we kind of had a lot of the same. I think Notre Dame outright, they +1. I got it at +105. I think Notre Dame handles Cincinnati.
So. I might end up getting on that one with you, George. I
do like that. Yep, might be a rider.
That might be a rider.
At home, too.
It is at home. I'm definitely hitting that. So I think that'll probably be a rider.
We can watch that. Hey Ben, you'll be here.
Let's watch it. Jordan and I will watch it together.
Hey, let's Zoom. Yeah,
we can Zoom. Let's do it. Actually, that would actually
go live. Let's go live.
We'll get the mountains blue and the chorus cracked early. Hey, Bert.
At 9 a.m. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I'll be there. Let's do it. Like I said, I'll be up this week. Sunday.
Ben, that's a nice shirt. Where did you get that?
I can't even see the shirt.
Yeah, it's black. It's nice. Did you get a
Guns N' Roses?
Is that a diesel?
This
Or
is. I'm not even gonna say where I got this from. It's kind of embarrassing.
Ben, are you a writer?
Oh, come on.
Of course, I'm a
Ben.
writer. What do we give me the Rico treatment out here?
I don't know. Jordan and I were up. We're ready for the games on Saturday, and Ben's having a nice little nap.
Hey, what time did the first game start? 9 a.m.
That's not what I asked.
I had the computer on by 9:20. I was out in Old Town till the freaking ass crack of morning. It was like the sun was coming up.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ass crack of morning.
That's not the right term at all.
What is that, like 1:30?
Oh, no. Hey, I will say I was out even. It was a long weekend, boys. We had a wedding. We had a lot of people in town. We had some friends in town. We had to take them the Arizona experience. I did not get home till.
Did Ryan hang out?
Oh, of course he did. Ryan was mowing hired.
Oh, blackout Ryan, what's good?
I will say I didn't get home. We were again late night Saturday night after the wedding. Went to Old Town. Got to show the Linden boys from the Old Town experience. Got home at like almost 4 a.m. I was up by 9:30. Fantasy lineup set on the couch. I don't miss NFL Sunday games. College I can be a little late for.
Yeah, he's not a writer.
Hey, hey, we'll peep the college records this weekend, boys. Come on.
There it is. There it is.
Anyway, moving on. Like I said, I'll be up. I'll be ready. Jordan and I are going to crack the cold ones early this weekend. And I know you will too. Bert. Sunday, I'm sure we don't have a ton really. All I know is that Tom Brady is going back to Gillette Stadium. I got it at -7. I put a full unit on it. I wouldn't care if it was -21. They're going to absolutely smoke the Patriots. That is player props. I said earlier, I mentioned I was going to be hitting some player props. Whatever they're at, I'm hitting the over on all of Tom Brady's player props. He just came off a loss. He's going to be so motivated. He's going back to his place. He is going to throw probably for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. I'm not even joking. I'm hitting the over on everything. I love Tampa Bay this weekend. I think they absolutely smoke the Patriots. And then the only other bet right now that I have, I don't love the slate this weekend, the NFL, honestly.
Isn't tomorrow's what, the Jags and the...
It's the worst game of the year, like Jags and the Bengals. I'm not touching that game. Those teams are both terrible.
Trevor Lawrence is abysmal.
He's been terrible. And he's lucky he's in Jacksonville because he's flying under the radar. Imagine if he was in New York. Whew, that guy'd be getting smoked online, but he's kind of flying under the radar. The only games I have right now this weekend, I have my money line parlay, which I just wanted to get so I could get on the pod because I do it every week. On that one, I have Green Bay winning money line, Cleveland winning against Minnesota, Green Bay is against Pitt. I got Kansas City beating Philly, and I got Cincinnati. Just kidding, I do have a bet. Cincinnati beating Jacksonville.
Come on,
that's all part of the parlay. I forgot it, but I just had to get that one in because I told them I'd do it on the pod every week. But those are the only. Do you guys have any NFL bets yet for this weekend? I know it's kind of early for.
So you do have a bet tomorrow night, right?
I do. I forgot. I do. It's part of a parlay.
Oh, hired.
What about you guys? Got anything?
Go ahead, Jordan. You got anything?
Let's see for tomorrow.
I know it's early, so if you guys don't, that's okay. We can post them too. We're on it early, boys. We are prepared.
No, I just knew. No.
Are you guys gonna hang? Is Tampa Bay gonna be a rider? Please tell me we're gonna ride on Tampa Bay.
Yes, I have Tampa Bay. I'll go through mine. I got KC as well, so we might be right in there.
Okay.
I don't know,
Okay,
but I got this one. I got this one Monday in the daytime. It was -6 before the Eagles sucked. So I don't know. I think the line went up after that. We'll see where that ends up at. But I got KC -6. Craziest thing, it was actually hard to bet after looking into this game because this stat is just shocking. KC is 1-11-1 the last 13 games against the spread. Just unreal.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's incredible. I would never guess that.
Unreal.
They've covered one game in the last 13. That is nuts. They're just overvalued. Everyone knows the Chiefs, knows they got an explosive offense. Just overvalued, and Vegas is making money off them.
So why do you like the spread? Just out of curiosity, what makes you think this is the trend breaker?
Because they've lost 2 games in a row, and I think they're just going to stomp on them. And Eagles look terrible too. And I never bought into the Eagles this whole year. I didn't think their week 1 was impressive. I don't think their week 2 loss was impressive. Now they got 2 guys injured on their 1 guy on each line injured. Just didn't buy in.
Fletcher Cox Graham, right? Brandon Graham, they're both out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Graham didn't even play, and Fletcher, he got banged up on Monday. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't buy into Philly, and I think Casey's got a real statement to make. I mean, they're not having a good September. They're always a September team. I think that game might be in October, but you get what I mean. Really like, sadly, you guys are not going to like this pick. I like the Jets plus 7.5 at home
Yeah, I
against
won't be telling
Tennessee.
you on that one. Sorry. I might be fading you. I might go against you on that. Although
Yeah,
Tennessee, if they
I'm
don't
not-
have Julio and AJ Brown, questionable. I still don't think the Jets cover just because they score last week.
No,
They got shut out, right?
no, but
Broncos.
92% of the public is on the Titans covering 7.5 here. 92% of the public. I'm going to take Vegas' side. I think it's the NFL. You're not going to get shut out 2 weeks in a row. They find a way to put points on the board and cover at home. The only thing saving me here is they are at home. I love that. And they're coming off a loss, a shutout loss, an embarrassing loss. You're the offensive coordinator of that team. You're putting up points somehow, one way or another. Trick plays, you got to bring it out, or you might be on the hot seat. You can't put up 0 again. So they're going to find a way to put up points.
I put up 3.
Yeah, I mean 3, maybe 6. You never know. Their defense is underrated, though. They actually have a pretty good defense. We'll say
They
that.
They do.
Yeah.
They stop the run.
Solid defensive.
I think that's the
guys.
thing that stopped. I think that's the thing. That's the main reason. I think their defense stops the run, and Tennessee needs to run. So we'll see about that. And then this is my favorite one, actually, and it is another teaser, my only teaser for Sunday. But I am teasing the Seahawks getting 9 after the tease at San Francisco.
I want to do that, but I'm scared. I like that, but that's scary.
You have to go back to 2011, the last time San Francisco beat Seattle by more than 9.
They always
win?
play Seattle. They always play San Fran so hard.
Always a
What are
close
you
game.
teaching it with?
And then Minnesota at home versus the Browns plus 8. Minnesota is a good home team. You guys know that now.
Dude,
knocked the
Minnesota's
rocks.
like they're
Kirk Cousins
Minnesota's
looks
pretty damn good.
Good.
They look good. Their defense scares me. That's why I had to tease it. I would have took them straight up, but if their defense figures it out.
What's the line on that? With the tease?
Plus 8 at home.
Count me in. I'm riding on that. Let's go.
Yeah, I like that, Bert.
Yeah, that's my favorite one so far. Really like that tease.
Yeah.
Minnesota's a good home team. Cleveland's coming off a 26-6 win, and then they're hitting the road. So I just like the spot, and I like both teams here. Seattle's lost 2 in a row. Those games are always close. That's my favorite one of the weekend. Baltimore plus 1.5 at Denver. Baltimore's the better team. I might sprinkle some money line as well. Denver's way overvalued here. They're 3-0 versus the worst 3 teams in the league. So don't know how they're favored, to be honest. I think they're way overvalued. And then I'm riding with you guys, or Ben at least so far, with Brady, Tampa Bay on the road, probably winning by 40.
Love it. Jordan, anything else you want to add, or are you going to add those on your card?
I had a 5-way parlay that I put on Monday just on Tuesday just to have throughout the week. It was these are all money lines. So it was Washington against Atlanta, Tennessee over the Jets, Dallas over Carolina, the Saints over the Giants, and then Cincinnati over Jacksonville tomorrow night. I did also have the plus 1.5 Baltimore over Denver. Like you said, Sterling, Denver is 3-0, but they haven't played anyone. The one thing though, Teddy Bridgewater is the best quarterback in the league playing against the spread.
He's been incredible.
I've heard that everywhere. So I can't really disagree with that there. And I think Baltimore, they figure some things out this week. They get Rashad Bateman and who else? And they got another receiver that's back this week. So we've got a couple more weapons to throw to, and Lamar does. So I think Baltimore comes out hot, ready to start. It's in Denver. It's a tough place to play, but they also have Lamar Jackson at quarterback, so he'll find a way to keep him in the game. If not, take it over.
I just can't see Denver going 4-0 either.
No,
it's our first test of the season. It's just if they do, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that's all of our picks for the weekend. We're going to finish off with a little trivia. This was Sterling's idea. I like this little trivia segment here. Bert, this is your thing. So what do you got to say? What do you got?
Okay, here we go. So we'll each have a category. When it's your turn, you'll ask 3 questions in your category to the 2 other guys that are not saying the question, right? And you'll have 30 seconds to answer the question. First guy to get it gets the point, and we're going to keep track of the points on the year.
Perfect. Who do you want to start?
Any objections to the rules?
Are we just raising our hand when we got the answer? What's the rule on that?
Raise your hand. Let me get my timer out. Hold on. Got 30 seconds, boys. My topic this week is going to be stadiums. So the name of the stadium, okay? I got 1 NFL stadium, 1 NBA arena. So arena/stadium, sorry. And then 1 NHL. They go MLB.
Oh, lovely.
NFL, NBA, and 1 NHL. So here we go. I am about to start the clock after I ask the first question, and we're going to start off in the NFL. What is the name of the Tennessee Titans NFL stadium?
Oh, fuck. Holy hell.
You got 10 seconds in. I'll give 1 hint. Car. Think of a car company. Foreign car.
Do we get another hint? Another hint.
Yeah, dude. I'm out.
Oh, that's 30 seconds.
Is it Hyundai Stadium?
No, close.
What is it?
Nissan Stadium.
Yeah.
Would never have guessed that.
Oh, come on, boys. All right. Nobody gets that point. Sorry, boys. We might have a tie.
Are you keeping track of the points, by the way, or should I be doing this?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put the name
good.
next to
All right, good.
Right. This is going to be a tough one again. NBA,
great.
starting the clock right after I ask. What is the Memphis Grizzlies Stadium?
Oh, my God.
FedEx Forum.
Boom. Nice.
Not a chance I would have got that.
Yes. Jordan.
Bro, that's weird. I don't know how that came so fast. I don't know.
Okay, just because I'm not going to do stadiums, obviously can't do that. But what's the name of the Suns arena?
Talking Stick Resort.
Oh, changed.
It changed. I feel like I know this. I just watched
terrible name.
What is it? Can you get a hint?
Yeah, it's a body part.
Foot arena.
Footprint arena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sick. It rivals up there with Seattle's hockey team's stadium. Terrible name.
Oh,
Climate Pledge. The worst, the least intimidating, worst. It's the worst. Terrible. Anyway,
all right. Final question. NHL. Little theme here, if you're going to notice. What is the NHL team? Excuse me. What is the Predators stadium name?
Bridgestone.
Oh, there you go, Ben.
Jeez, Ben.
I had to get the NHL up.
So
I know most of the names.
All 3 of mine were in Tennessee. So a little theme there.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. Well,
so you guys 1-1 on there. We'll keep track for the year.
Jordy, you want to go?
No, it's all you. I'm still trying to get like one more. I need.
Okay.
Do you have your answers written down?
Yeah, I got them written down.
Okay, just write the name and then send it to me after.
For who gets them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I can keep telling.
Okay. First question. So these are, I kind of worded it weird in the chat. I don't know if you guys have a better word for it, but it's like unfavorable records, like the records that people or teams hold that you don't want to have. Is there a better like description for that? Describing word, phrase?
That's fine. I just didn't know what it meant. I mean, if you explain
it's hard
it,
to, yeah. It's like records that you don't want to have.
Yeah.
Okay. First question is, who is the only team to never host or play in a Super Bowl?
Houston Texans. Oh, they hosted. Gosh dang it.
15 seconds.
Buffalo Bills.
Well, they played in one.
5, 4. All right, last guess. Go.
We get one more guess.
Each. You get it right now. 3, 2.
I don't know. I literally don't know.
Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns never hosted or played in a Super Bowl game.
Really?
All right, so no one got that one. Second question.
Longest championship drought of any sports team.
Mariners.
Well, Mariners, they haven't won shit.
Nope.
What was it, the Cubs?
Cleveland Browns.
5. I feel like I should just give you guys one guess. How many guesses do we get?
Yeah, one guess.
So a little bit of a theme. Cleveland Indians, same or Guardians. Sorry, excuse me.
Dang, yeah, that's
come
close.
on,
Yeah,
man.
racist.
and-
Wow.
That's still their name till next year. Relentless.
Have some respect.
That's good.
It's been. I think it is 81 years since they've won a chance. So it's longer than the Mariners been in existence. That's the reason that they beat out the Mariners.
Cute.
And they've been to 4. They've been to 4 championships since their last one, but have never
God,
won. I
that
think the
city's
most recent was 2016.
doomed.
Did they lose to the Cubs? Was that who they lost to most recently in the World
Yeah.
Series? Yeah, that was 7 games.
That
That
is
was a good
correct.
series. Last one. Let's see if someone can get a point here.
Stumping us, bud.
I knew this one. This is a little bit easier one. The longest current playoff losing streak.
Mariners. Oh,
They haven't made the playoffs. They have to have made the. This is like, okay.
Detroit
let me
Lions.
clarify. Let me clarify the question. So this is the team has made the playoffs, but they've lost every single game. Blank number of games. It's the longest playoff losing streak. So you made the playoffs, but you haven't won a game in. And I'll give you the number. It's 18 games.
okay.
How
Give
many?
us the sport.
It's baseball. 18, Jordan.
Who's gotten swept?
15 seconds.
I'm gonna be mad when you say this too, because I
I
feel
know,
like
Ben.
should
Ben.
You guys
Okay,
know
Ben.
this.
One more, Ben. We get one more guess, but give us American League or National League. How about we do that? And then one guess.
Jordan, I honestly don't even know. I don't really follow baseball. I have no idea what league.
Sick.
I don't even
Nice,
know.
Ben. Nobody got one
Uh,
answer right.
Hold on.
No,
Hold
this
on.
is I knew
Mets.
this one. I knew this one. Nope.
Um,
I remember them talking
Diamondbacks.
about it. Nope. It's the Minnesota Twins. They've lost 18 games in a row. You
I
guys,
didn't know
you didn't
that.
know, George, you know that?
No,
Oh, I knew that one. I don't know why I knew that one.
I have no.
Well, stumped you. I think I get a point for that one. I feel like I should
No.
get a point for that.
no, because I could have looked for harder ones like TIAA for Jacksonville. Yeah, no,
Okay,
you guys would not get it. Yeah,
All right. No one gets a point. I'll try and ease it up next week, apparently. Jordan.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. This all right. This football team in 1972 went undefeated whole year. No. And won the Super Bowl.
Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins. Yeah.
Correct. Sterling.
Hey.
I said it first.
You said
bud.
it first.
Oh, that's lag.
That's not lag.
Give me a point.
No, there's one for me on the board, baby. We
That's
all have
garbage,
one. All
ref.
three of us.
You're
we're all
done.
tied. We're all tied.
All
See,
right,
this
Jordan,
one.
give me
This one's gonna be hard though because it's baseball, and Sterling might get it.
If it's baseball,
Benjamin,
I'm so screwed.
Benjamin, you'll probably know this guy's name. Who was the first MLB player to get his jersey retired?
Jackie Robinson.
No.
No. Babe Ruth.
Nope.
Catfish
I don't even know
Hunter.
what year. When did they start retiring jerseys?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Lou Gehrig.
Correct. Bam.
Yes.
We need to make. How many guesses do we get here?
I guessed twice.
Okay.
Whatever.
Bird. All right. There was this one I saw on here too. There was a lineman.
Oh,
for the-
great.
There was a lineman.
There was a lineman. All right, I got it.
There was a lineman who famously jumped in the end zone, who caught it, had a carry, jumped over the line into the end zone.
Jeff
You guys-
Saturday.
That's it.
But and his nickname is the refrigerator.
Oh,
Oh.
what's his name?
Yeah.
Is it
I know
Beluga?
exactly.
Brian Beluga?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh.
what's his name?
Is he still in the
I'll put
league?
the timer on. No.
I wish it was the one that threw the touchdown, Duntari Poe.
I'll
I
set a
don't-
timer
I
to
don't
get 20
remember.
seconds.
But this guy it was a while ago, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I have no
You want me
like,
to-
guesses.
you
I'm
guys-
out. Yeah, who is it?
Yeah.
Walser, the refrigerator Perry.
Yeah, I
Chicago
can't remember his
Bears.
name.
No
Too
shot. I
long
would have
ago.
got that one.
But you guys have
No
seen that
shot.
video, right? That video, you see it, like the old quality, him driving.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen the video. I didn't know that was his
Yeah.
name though. All
Yeah,
right.
good
Well, there you
questions.
go. Those are good questions. Those are tough. I like the questions.
I like
the
it.
categories.
I like these. It's nice.
2-1-1.
I want to talk to the umpire on that second one. That's garbage, ref.
Garbage.
Garbage.
All right. Well, that's kind of all we had written down. If you boys got anything else you want to bring up here at the end?
No.
Follow us on Action for the
I'm
8th
good.
time. Just do it, and then follow the Twitter at the
At the
JSB show.
One thing I did want to point out here, I told you guys. So we were all three of us were high school football players, right? And that was probably some of our, definitely some of my high school favorite memories were
Here's the rant.
football games on Friday night, right? Well, this is just we're just trying to stay out of this, but basically this is because there's a lot of people, our demographic of listeners, a lot of them are in Linden. I got the little update thing on YouTube and whatever. But just what, like, when you guys look back on high school, what's like, Friday Night Lights not the best thing that we're like, was that not the best part of high school?
Yeah, it's the best. Even
Jordan?
Yeah, it was the best. And I think our lunch table was pretty lit. Not gonna lie.
lunch table was awesome.
Well,
I love when Sterling would steal Ben's sandwiches. That was
No, that
the
wasn't.
shit
Oh, I
ever.
got better Sterling. If we want to bring up Sterling lunch stories, I
No,
got really good ones.
No, we're good. We
I
don't need to
think we're
bring up
good.
past stuff like that. But no, I'd agree with you, Ben. Even I was a basketball guy, and football was the best.
All right. Well,
Where you going
this
with
is
this, bud?
this is the
Yeah,
little bit of
what's the
well,
end?
It's a little bit of
Where-
a tangent, but
Yeah.
basically, what just happened? I just got the update. So I'm going home for 2 weeks. And LC, their football team. So a couple people tested positive for COVID at the school. I think it was like 2% of the population, and so they just shut down the school for 2 weeks, canceled 2 football games, forfeiting 2 football games back to back. So I'm not going to get to see anyone when I go home, which is a
So
bummer.
they're screwed for playoffs.
So I don't know if they're going to count them as losses, but I mean, I don't know. But basically, they've canceled back-to-back football games. None of the football players have tested positive. None of them. They're all negative. Same with volleyball team. It's mostly the middle and the elementary school, but they have canceled. This is in the middle of their season. Canceled 2 football games. They're only going to have 2 or 3 games left after. So I don't know. Good luck making playoffs anyway with only like 4 games played. But I just wanted to say how ridiculous that is, and we're not going to get political, but it's just it's not even politics when it's too bad when your favorite. This is the 3rd year that's been affected now by COVID for these kids. A lot of them are fighting for scholarships, and
shout out Will. Shout out Will for this offer.
I will shout out Will for Arizona Christian offer, but I mean there's kids on that team that deserve offers. They got some good players, they got some good receivers, and just to lose 2 games, I think I'd be devastated if that happened to us in high school, and to miss 2 games in an important season, a season that they're fighting for a playoff spot and probably a 1A state contender. The ironic thing is, you got to get this, is I got the email from the school that they can't. My parents got them to send it to me, and they said they canceled everything, so they shut everything down. They shut the school down. But there's like a college fair that they've moved now to Mount Baker, so they recommended, or they said, hey, if we can't have it at our school because of the 2% of the kids of our population that have tested positive, but we want you all to go, or we encourage you, if you want to go to this other school and go do it there. So it's like they're encouraging you to go to other events, but they're shutting down these sports teams because there's some younger kids tested positive. So I just want to give a shout out to LC, whoever's running that, whoever makes those decisions. You're an absolute buffoon. I no holds barred. You're an idiot. Whoever that board is, just the absolute, it's gutless and terrible for these kids. I mean, these are memories that they should have for a long time, and this should be the best years. Friday Night Lights for the best. So if somehow anyone on this board listens in, a lot of listeners are from Linden, give them my worst from the JSB show. You're a moron if you're on that board. Nobles Bard, I'm sorry. I could be worse, but I'm holding back. But just too bad. I feel bad. Thoughts with the boys up there. It's too bad to miss 2 games in the middle of your season, and I just know how much we all enjoyed Friday Night Lights. So it's just a bummer.
especially for the kids that want to play at the next level that are trying to get game
Exactly.
film.
Yeah.
Just the worst.
And I mean,
Yeah,
you got
so-
they keep track of like the leaderboards. You know, there'd be the passing leaders. I know my brother was up there, so it's personal. And I'll get shut in. Jameson Heights, one of his good friends, he's a heck of a receiver there. He's played well, and all of a sudden you miss 2 games. Well, good luck ever getting back on any of those leaderboards. Like, how do you gotta have a good resume when you're trying to get to
Come
colleges
on,
and get
Ben.
recruited.
Stats don't matter.
But to go to college, they do, right? Like to
I
get
know.
recruited, you know. So it's just too bad.
Joking with you.
No, I know. So I do feel for those kids. It's too bad. And
I mean, especially for an LC program that's taken that jump, you know, to the next level. Once again, they're back. K-Mix done a good job bringing them. You know, they lost sadly a couple of buddies of mine. They played on that championship team a couple years ago. And then they went undefeated last year in a season that got shortened, and then this year looking, you know, strong again, and then having that cut down short again. I can't imagine, you know, for these seniors this year as well as getting screwed last year. It's I mean,
and it's just so unnecessary. I mean, a lot of kids are vaxxed, a lot of people are safe. These kids are, it's just, we won't get into that part, but it's just really too bad. And so just wanted to, you know, thoughts are with the boys, and hope something gets worked out. I know there are a lot of people that are angry about that. Maybe they'll get something figured out, but LC board, gutless, brutal. A lot of meaner words I'd like to say, but I'll keep it PG.
Gutless.
good.
That's all I got. That's my. I thought you guys would agree though, because you know we all played high school football, so I think
That's
we're all
BS. I
kind of
agree,
it's-
dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too bad. So
Yeah,
thoughts with the
it's bad.
boys. Too bad. Anyway, not to end on a sad note. Great episode, boys. It's so nice to be back with you. Episode 2 of the JSB show. Any final notes, boys?
Yeah, I think Ben's a Cal Bear fan. He's bet on them 2 weeks in a row. Won't touch his Huskies, but yeah, he
No,
loves the Cal
that's
Bears.
ridiculous, Benjamin. I've seen the numerous amounts of Husky gear in your room, the Husky jacket you wore that I love so much, the
Love the
Wi-Fi
dogs.
password,
Love the
the
dogs.
cat.
If
It goes
if they start
everywhere.
Heward, count me in. It's like when Dart plays for USC again. I'm betting them.
Oh,
If they play
there you go.
Heward, I just think their Court Morris is terrible. We need and I mean Jimmy, like I can't bet
They
him.
listed Dart as week to week. I meant
I
to
know
bring
they,
that up.
they
on
gave
the
him a little
show.
meniscus
I meant to bring that up
surgery. Yeah.
because
Well, what's his
when he
name?
gets
Had
to
3 picks
go,
last- Oh,
Hyde.
hammer him hard. Darts through a darts versus way that. Can't wait for that. That will happen again this season. I guarantee it. But anyway, yeah, boys. Great to be back with you guys. Episode
Go
2
Rams
of
this
the
weekend,
JSB
too.
show.
Go Rams!
Rams look
I'm a
great.
Rams guy
Who do
now,
the
by
Rams?
way.
Who do the Rams got this week, Sterling?
3-0 versus 3-0. Arizona's coming to town.
Oh, they're just. Nah,
I will be at the UCLA Arizona State game Saturday night and the Rams game.
Yeah,
Sunday.
give us a shout out of your weekend here, guys in for a weekend tailgating 2 days in a row.
No, we're not tailgating at the Rams game. We're just tailgating at the UCLA game now.
Oh, okay,
That's
tailgating.
weak.
But I'll be at both. Praying that I don't bet on any of them. But it's my rule. Can't break it again. So.
Once the mountains are blue, the bets start flying. I'll tell you that.
Hey,
All right, boys. Good to see you.
Yeah.
We'll talk
Well,
next
take
week
care.
in person.
We'll see you
Jordan will be in
tomorrow.
person. Yeah. So catch us next week, every Friday at noon at the JSB show on Twitter. Peace out. Thanks, everyone.
see you, boys.
Oh.